Do you feel frustrated and you get stuck in English conversation and you just want to keep your conversation ongoing but you don't know what to say, or maybe you freeze? And because you don't understand them, you completely forget your words and you don't know what to say. I am Mema from English with Mema channel, and today I have 33 awesome phrases to help you get unstuck in English conversation. Everyone use these phrases every day, even native speaker use it. Whether they are a native speaker or a non-native speaker, use these phrases that help you to make your conversation ongoing. And today I am sharing with you to help them communicate. Native speaker use these phrases all the time, but it is really a natural part of communication, so we don't always know what to say and it doesn't always come out perfectly. Sometimes native speakers don't explain themselves clearly and we have to use the expressions and phrases in this video to react and keep our conversation going. But the difference in this, native speakers or proficient speakers are more likely to be confident English speakers. They just know how to get unstuck and how to get out of the trouble, and if they need to, they get stuck during a conversation and they know how to fix it without panicking too much. And this is the main difference between you and them. You just need to know what to say in those situations and to get unstuck yourself. And there are plenty of phrases and expressions that you use in those situations. Imagine that you just run into someone that you know, maybe a professor or a colleague at your university, and then you just starting chatting in English and things are going well, but suddenly you don't understand what they say and they use a couple of words that they're saying, and you don't recognize them, and perhaps because of their accent, and then you one of the familiar with, but in this situation you could say, I'm sorry, I didn't catch that, could you repeat that? Maybe you just quite didn't understand what they're saying because they were speaking so fast. In this case, you can say, could you say that again a little more slowly? Sorry, I'm not following you. We use these and we don't understand what someone means, and when the meaning is a little bit unclear. But if you're a little bit more confused, then you can use it. I don't think I understood clearly. Could you say that again? And okay, studying or memorizing these phrases is a one step, but make them your own. To make them part of your vocabulary, your own active vocabulary, you need to practicing and putting them into use. And then when with the different people and the different context, okay, here is a new situation. You are talking with someone but suddenly you forget your words and you just forget what you are talking about, and you have already started talking. This is the words because the other person that you are talking is the looking at you, waiting for you to speak and waiting for you to continue, and their full focus is on you and you lost your words. This happened to everyone, even native speakers too. And so what you say when you forget your words, what's the word? It's on the tip of my tongue. We use this idiom that describes that very familiar feeling, but when the word is so close, it's so close in your mind, it's right there, but you just cannot get it. I can remember that word in English. At this point, the person you are talking to will probably help you to remember or remind of you the word that you are looking for, and you could even say, I forget the English word, do you know what I mean? Or even if you cannot find the word, and don't let it stop you, say something like never mind, or change the topic, and never mind, it come back in a minute, and this will help you to change the topic and keep moving forward in your conversation. And you don't need to get stuck. Sometimes it's just a word that you forget to completely forget what do you say, and you are talking with all together, and when this happened to me, I just say, hang on, let me start over, or let me try that again. Or you just have the choice of just hit the reset button and you just need to signal what happened. The conversation can keep going. This happen a lot in different situations, and it's okay to not answer a question or not talk about the topic that you don't want to. And I got a phrase to explain that you prefer not to answer and you want to change the topic. and I rather not answer that if that's okay for personal reason. Is that okay if we talk about something else? What are you doing this weekend? What when they don't understand you, you might find yourself in a situation they don't seem to be interested, or they don't seem to be understanding. That's okay, it might be your fault. Maybe you wasn't being clear, but it could also be them. Maybe they just got distracted, or they were not paying attention. And if you just feel like this happened, and you could say, am I making sense? Are you following? Maybe you use this word to following earlier in the lesson. We said I'm not following you, and so it's a good one to use in the context of the situation. So are you following me? Or both of these questions are used to check too. Allow the person you are talking to, you just ask a question if they need it. Or let me try that again. Or you can say something like, despite all your best effort, misconversations happens, and they don't might understand you. It's totally normal, and we are just need to be prepared to handle those situations when they are coming up. So you just say, sorry, I think there was a misunderstanding. Or to help other person to understand, you could, or I think you misunderstood. But this points here is that you're putting the blame on the person that you are talking to when you say that. And it's quite rude to tell that they misunderstood you, and just tell them it's their fault, not yours. So you really want to be confident that they are just one who misunderstood if you use it. So notice if how the first sentence use the passive voice. There is a misunderstanding. I'm not specifically saying who are responsible for the problem, but they usually the best way to go and quickly fix it. So now you have 30 useful expressions to help you when you are stuck in English conversation, and help you to keep going or ongoing. And if you enjoy this lesson, make sure to give it a like, leave in a comment below, and I love to hear from you. And I suggest you all take these phrases and practice using them in real life conversation. Want to keep practicing, and you know where to find me. See you in there.